The meaning of Independence Day. This Tuesday, July 4th, 2023, marks the 248th anniversary of the independence of the United States of America. On that night, Americans across a vast geography will look up into the sky at fireworks, marking the occasion. They are the fulfillment of a wish. The wish came from one of our founders, a brilliant, talented, passionate man who could be brittle, easily provoked, arrogant, and occasionally distempered. John Adams said he hoped, quote, "Independence Day will be the most memorable epoch in the history of America. I am apt to believe that it will be celebrated by succeeding generations as the great anniversary festival. It ought to be solemnized with pomp and parade, with shoes, games, sports, guns, bells, bonfires, and illuminations from one end of this continent to the other, from this time forward forevermore." End quote. This is our day. We all share it together, equally, for we are all Americans together. We are citizens of a republic that has endured through 248 years of challenge, heartbreak, triumph, loss, injustice, war, suffering, and turmoil. When the Revolutionary War was won, there were 3 million Americans and only 13 states. 700,000 people were enslaved. Today, there are 334 million of us. We are the descendants of both the founding generation and the peoples of every nation on the earth. The United States of America is the only nation on the planet that is made up of all of the peoples of earth, where every known language is spoken every day. Together, the American people and the American civilization have fed, cured, liberated, protected, and done more general good in the world than all of the other nations combined since the beginning of time. Freedom in America means tolerance. It means freedom of speech, conscience, worship, and thought. It also means responsibility and obligation. Freedom is a nonsense word without those words. July 4th marks a milestone of human imagination and daring. It proclaims the possibility of a new birth of freedom and dignity for the human being. It also lays bare the contradictions and hypocrisies of our founding, while being an incandescent beacon in a moment that utterly and forever ruptured history. The birth of the United States of America marks the beginning of an epoch. It was the start of a stupendous and unfolding story that, like all great stories, is made in parts from pain, joy, myth, triumph and failure, good and evil, hypocrisy, and contradiction. The story of America is the story of imperfect human beings forging ahead into the next moment on an unexplored frontier. It is the story of the pioneer. It is a story about the battle between idealism and cynicism, between right and wrong, between good and evil, between justice and injustice. More than anything, it is a love story. Government of the people, by the people, for the people is a relatively new concept in the annals of human history. It was an utterly radical idea in 1776. And then there was a thunderclap. There were perfect words laid down on paper by a deeply imperfect man. They declared something remarkable that had never been said before. The men who signed the document containing them believed it likely they were signing their death warrants. These words are transcendent, and it is what we celebrate on the night of July 4th with gratitude and joy and the immense responsibility for their preservation and for their expansion to the last places where they have not yet reached. All men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Some may say that there is injustice and deep corruption in our society, and therefore those words are meaningless and shouldn't be celebrated. Those voices could not be more wrong. American citizenship means having the privilege to assert the God-given rights to fix what is broken and to perfect the union that endures as an idea, experiment, and promise. Where are we going? What lies ahead? Well, it is hard to know through the temporary sound and fury of division and tumult. Yet we know where it ends. Martin Luther King Jr. told us. He looked ahead over the horizon to a vast valley of justice in a free society where at long last the promise of the American Revolution had been fulfilled for every American. Here's what he said. I've been to the mountaintop. I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we, as a people, will get to the promised land. We are those people, the American people, and our promised land is the just society where our values and ideas and ideals are lived in our daily lives, in our communities, in our states, in our cities, in our small towns and rural communities from sea to shining sea. Let us choose to believe Martin Luther King Jr. We all know that we can trust him. Let us choose also to believe in America, for we know that we can also trust her. Let us choose love over hate and service over complaint. Let us choose to take a moment and be grateful for the sacrifices, vision, guts, determination, wisdom, and failures of our ancestors with the deepest humility. Let us resolve to take up the challenges ahead with gratitude, the gratitude of free people who are the authors of tomorrow's story, not its prisoners. America is a gift and an idea. It is a myth and a contradiction. It is a whisper on the wind. It is bluegrass and country music and a lawn chair parade in Wolfboro, New Hampshire. Whatever America is today, she can and she will become something new and better tomorrow. That is what we celebrate. Possibility, hope, justice, freedom. God bless America. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our channel so you never miss a video. Also, for more content just like this, please consider joining our Warning Premium community. You can find out more in the description below.